Ooh, yeah. Well. It's the 3rd of June. We finally made it through May, and we got less than 30 days before Christmas in July. But if you're one of the smarty pant ones, yeah, you probably want to do your Christmas shopping this month, especially with all the beer mongering going on, mainstream media, the world, and everything else about the tariffs. We may not have stuff for Christmas. Oh, they'll be starting to do that soon. So just word of thought, you may want to start that Christmas list early. All right, well, welcome back. Yeah. Though it's currently 80 degrees and cloudy, but mostly sunny here in West Central Texas. Expecting rain to start about 5 p.m. this evening. Don't know how the weather's in the area, but you're more than happy to post it in chat. Good morning. Yeah. Sorry about yesterday. Yeah. I couldn't even. I can't do half the stuff on YouTube on my phone that I do on my laptop, so I couldn't really post anything. I was at a repair shop almost all day yesterday. Yeah, fun. Yeah. I'm getting the Beast retrofitted for wartime. Because things are getting closer and closer. If you haven't felt it, you've seen the signs and they're trying to ignore it. Well, it's eventually gonna smack you in the face. So if you haven't been prepping, you haven't been getting the supplies you need to strengthen your homestead if you're planning bug in instead of bug out. But you should always have a plan B for bugging in. That means bugging out. You're going to go on foot, and so I got my beast that taking care of things that I will not hopefully have any more issues with. Everything goes south. If it goes south, then I want my reliable vehicle to pull the trailer with all my preps and stuff and get out. Oh, Lady D's making potatoes. If she's having to finish them. Are you eating them? Are you skinning them? What are you doing to those potatoes? Oh, no, 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 no. I changed my mind. I don't want to know. If you're doing something weird with those potatoes, I don't. Just joking. You're probably making a lunch or a breakfast, one of the two. So it's been one of those weeks already, and so technically I'm vehicleless, but that doesn't mean I can't use my feet or I can't use my bike because that's a plan B on transportation. So not a big thing for me, but sure just feel weird opening up the front door and looking outside and not seeing the beasts out there. So, as the girls or the young ladies at the gym that my son and I go to say, "Oh, the war machine, your dad's here." I don't know why they call it the war machine. They didn't even meet me until afterwards. My son never told them I was fixing it up, but yeah, they took one look at it. It's like that looks like a war machine. So, but yeah, let's see. Currently, let's see. Gasoline prices here, in West Central Texas. The cheapest I found yesterday was $2.44. Um, Place I normally go to was $2.55, so I went across town and used Sam's Club because they're the cheapest yesterday for some reason. They keep flip flopping every few days, so yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but tomorrow the other place will be cheaper, and the place when they got it will be more expensive. So I don't know what game they're playing. Gouging. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, did I say that out loud? I was just thinking. So let's see what else been going on. Have y'all been feeling the CMEs have been coming from the sun that we got hit with? Oh yeah, I've been feeling them. Yeah, not too good. So trying to see, we've had quite a few earthquakes around the world. New Zealand got hit 3 in a row. West Coast got hit. Volcanoes are blowing, and yeah, and they're still talking about the tomato recall, the great tomato recall that I reported on. They're deadly. They're saying don't eat them, throw them away, return them. Uh, okay, if you're a Parks and Recreation fan, I don't even know if the show's on anymore, but the actor Jonathan Josh has died. He was in a shooting. So you can go to ABC News, check out the story on that, and find out how did he get shot? Where was he at? No idea. So prayers for his family. Let's see. Oh, Men's Journal's reporting a college athlete, son of NFL Hall of Famer, is dead at 20. So which one it is? No idea. Why did he die? No idea. You got to check out mensjournal.com. So, Tactics reporting fear the big one grows as earthquake rocks city near fault in California. Yeah, they've been having a lot of earthquakes over there, and they should be worried. They came out with a thing yesterday. I can't remember which mainstream media it was, but they're putting the how many minutes you have for certain locations that the caldera decides to go bye 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 bye. But if you read the article, yeah, it's minutes. So if you're within the west part of that fault line, Yeah, those minutes aren't going to be enough. You'll be too busy trying to freaking load up a bag or something, and by the time you make it out to the car, yeah, you're underwater. So either got to cut bait now and run, or just grab your surfboard and be ready for the ride. Okay, according to howwasyourday.com, John Deere freezes U.S. manufacturing in a major shutdown. Well, we knew it was coming. They're moving, I think, to Canada and Mexico to produce their stuff, which is really a big thing because, yeah, everybody's protesting John Deere now. You want to have cheaper labor and bigger profits, and it's going to cost you a whole lot more. Good luck. Nobody's going to be buying your products anymore. John Deere, you basically is one of those woke businesses now, like, yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, we're all America. We support America, but we're not going to sell guns. Guns are bad. No, Dick's Sporting Goods is bad. Yeah. Uh, so you can go to MrTech.com if you want to know more about the Cascadia earthquake, and they're predicting it's going to be a 9.0, the really big one. Oh, they might even have it on there. They show map and they're showing the fault line on the land and the one outside in the ocean, and yeah. And Newsweek's reporting millions issued a geomagnetic storm warning. Huh, I don't know. Do we have another CME get shout out? I gotta look real quick. Before it come up. So I'm looking at chat. Oh, you're cutting potatoes and seasoning them for home fries. Oh, yes, please. That's all I gotta say. She gets the draft. I always gotta say please when the cook is doing it. Okay, so let's see what Newsweek's saying. Man's issued magnetic storm warning. A geomagnetic storm could impact millions of people over New York to North Iowa to Washington State, weather authorities have warned. National Weather Service extended a G3 warning on Monday, which was yesterday, before downgrading it to a G2 warning on Tuesday, which is today. Wow. They really didn't know their Mondays and Tuesdays, after weather data indicated that the storm could continue. Now you're like, why does this matter? Why are you even reading it? Well, why it matters. Any extreme weather in these areas could have a huge impact on infrastructure and the environment, and geomagnetic storms in particular have the potential to affect power distribution networks and satellite signals. Yeah, so you might lose your phones, your internet, your cable TV, yeah, your power, no air conditioning, yeah. Always be ready. So, but if you really want to read the whole story, let me see how long this is. It's a 3 minute read. Supposedly, I ain't got 3 minutes to waste on Newsweek, but hey, you go to newsweek.com and check out the story. A little more info. Let's see what's next on the ticker. That's repeats. I'm going down to the other ones. Okay, this is according to The Guardian. The Boulder attack suspect, the one that used a homemade flamethrower on the Jewish community in Colorado, yeah, says he planned to use a gun but wasn't able to buy one. Well, that should have personally, she looked in the mirror and realized, hey, maybe something's mentally wrong with me. Maybe I should just stay home, drink my pink milk, and yeah, be happy to watch the Powerpuff Girls. But now he's probably going to get either a life sentence or a death penalty. So, according to Daily Mail, Daily Mail, blah, 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 blah. Trying to read too fast. The Rocky Mountain state was rattled by a dozen earthquakes. Hmm. So I guess the Rocky Mountain state is Idaho because that's the picture they're showing. So, okay, let's see. People as reporting that popular food company recalls over 256,000 pounds of product due to pieces of wood found in cans. Yeah, I believe that's what we reported on last week. So I'm not even going to click on it. But if you want to verify, you can go to people.com. Now, here's one for y'all that like to use free shows. Daily Express is reporting a warning issued over homes using Fire Sticks for illegal streaming. Dun, dun, dun. You may want to check out the Daily Mail to find out what it is. Is the government going to start cracking down, or hackers have access and they're going to be spying on you and getting your information? Find out what kind of cartoons you watch. Yeah, who knows? So, FinanceBuzzMoney.com is reporting that they have 10 part time jobs that pay at least $25 an hour. Well, there's 10 part time jobs. I wonder what they are. Don't you? $25 an hour. Wow, that's better than McDonald's $15 flipping burgers. Yeah, that's better than half the other people that are protesting wanting higher pay wages. And it's only part time. So get off your butt. You want more money? Go get that part time job. Guarantee you half of them are probably sitting at home, freaking on a computer, typing stuff, and or taking orders or phone calls. Yeah. Don't protest. Freaking make more money. You ever wonder what would happen if you didn't file your taxes? Well, you can go to CBSNews.com because the IRS has a problem and they list what they will do if you don't file your taxes. Yeah. I know they got a problem because there's a lot of people that didn't file over the last 3 years and they got multi amounts of money. The sad part is, after 3 years, they give it back to the Treasury and it becomes the government's money. So you only have 3 years to either file or figure out why they owe you money and fix it if you want your money. Now, whether Fox News is reporting the scientists are warning of an asteroid tsunami threat. So they believe an asteroid is going to hit the freaking oceans and cause tsunami. Okay, but wait, I thought all the coastlines were sinking because of all the ice was melting. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. And if you're wondering what you're going to do over the summer because the kiddos are going to be home, what the hell am I going to feed the kiddos? They eat me out of house or home. I have to order a freezer and another refrigerator because they're home. Well, Delish.com's got your answer. Go to Delish.com. They have 98 meals you'll want to make all summer long. That one actually looks good. It's got shrimp in it. Mmm, shrimp. All right, I'm going to take a break from the news and check out chat, see where to be talked. Nope, Lady D's the last one to talk, and that's the last one. Everybody else is just being lurkers, so that's fine. And nobody even posted what the weather was. Lady D's like, it's earth splits and then ice melts and water rises. Does that mean that some of the land actually floats then? I don't know, just thinking. Yeah, it's been a busy morning too. Yesterday was all busy. Today's all busy. I have no clue. Probably another week and a half before I get my vehicle back. So I'm footing it or biking it. So I actually ordered from Favor.com yesterday to check out the delivery service. Yeah, it works a whole lot freaking better than all the other ones. So if you have access to Favor, check them out. At least the one here, they don't charge you a delivery fee. They'll get your groceries, they'll get your food, hell, they'll go get your pet supplies and other things. There's a lot of things they do the other services don't do. And they don't charge you. Of course, after you're with them for so long, they start doing it if you don't get a membership. But hey, I got 4 weeks of free non-delivery right now. So I'm going to try their delivery service for food today, later on this afternoon, and I'm gonna feel like Lady Dagger status. I'm gonna get food delivered, and then you got to get to put it away, and then I'm gonna have to make a video. Do do do. Look at my popcorn. Bum 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 bum. Everybody dance now. Pop 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 pop. Let's see. Lady saying it is nice, and it's 78. The high today, currently 74. You're getting a heat wave tomorrow through the weekend, high 80s. A heat wave? That ain't a heat wave. Come back at me with a heat wave when it's triple digits, darling. So, yeah, I'm a little bit worried, but the good services that Favor had yesterday, I'm hoping that when I ordered that for them to give me a cantaloupe and another honeydew melon and strawberries, they don't pick out the crappy stuff. Hopefully, they pick out something good. So. And you still have popcorn. You still have to try and do a video for. Man, I'm going to call you the popcorn princess. She preps popcorn for the apocalypse. Yeah, I was looking at the chilliness she had, and was kind of jealous. Man, last night it was close to 80 degrees, and it's still 80 right now. I mean, it got cooler down to the 70s something when the sun came out, but the sun's been out for an hour or so, and we're back in the 80s. No telling where we're going to get up to 90, 100. Who knows? I had to drain my portable air conditioner I have here. You probably hear it in the background, so sorry. It quiets down after it's been running for a while, but I had to drain it to get it to run properly and stay nice and cold. Mmm. What's in your coffee cup? Is it coffee? Is it tea? Is it water? Or are you one of those old fogies that still drinks juice? Yeah. Got to be careful. Some of those juices are bad for you because there's more sugar than anything else in there. I can't really complain. I'm just saying, old fogey, old fogey, old fogey. CB Charmer's going to show up. She's probably at that point because it's a Tuesday. Her or her husband's got one, or maybe she's doing some naked sunbathing shopping at her current grocery store because it is Tuesday. No, she's got to get that tan. Those grocery stores down there got those windows up in the ceiling so the sun can come in while you're shopping. You're wearing your string bikini. You can't do that here in Texas where we get too much hail. Those windows would be destroyed in the first hailstorm. So, but Lady D's like naked shopping. Hilarious, Tris. Yeah, you had to have been there. I think you were. I think you were at an appointment that day, or you overslept, or you passed out on your desktop while working so hard. B was saying she was going outside. She had already admitted she only had a robe on, and she said, "I gotta go shopping. This robe's getting too hot. I'm gonna take it off and go shopping." So I kind of like backed her into a window that she was going naked shopping because you get up in the morning, you throw a robe on, you either got clothes on or you just got a nightie. So I picked on her and she was going shopping in a nightie. So well, hopefully everything's going well for me. Haven't heard from her in a couple of days. I think I heard from her on Tin TV. I think she said hi to everybody, but I didn't say nothing that night. I was watching on the TV and I was saying I was kind of busy on Sundays. So okay, India Today is reporting a plane crashes into the ocean near Florida coast, and they're listing what they know. I haven't heard that, but of course I didn't turn on mainstream media this morning, so no idea. Oh, excuse me. And okay, I'm looking at another one here. This just reported 3 hours ago. HowWasYourDay.com. How was your day? Over 2,100 jobs cut in one state as a major pharmacy shuts down. Wow. That's a lot of pharmacy employees. Every time I go by a pharmacy, I walk by it, Walgreens, the hospital or local grocery store here. I usually only have like two or three freaking people working in the pharmacy. So that's got to be a lot of freaking stores for closing the pharmacies down. And Parade Magazine saying Hallmark store to close after 30 years of business in just a few weeks. No, no, they're just talking about one particular Hallmark store. They're all closing all of them. They're probably closing all of them due to the fact that nobody's buying cards anymore most of the time. The dating pool has dropped down and nobody's dating no more. So why get flowers in a card? You know, shame on you if you went by Mother's Day and didn't get your mama, you know, a card and some flowers. That's all I got to say. Looking. India Today is also reporting a 17-year-old TikToker, Sana Yusuf, was shot dead in Pak. So I'm guessing Pakistan. Cops suspect an honor killing. Ooh, you know what that means? She was being naughty, naughty. She wasn't married yet, and they're going to call it an honor killing. And CBS News reporting Disney lays off hundreds of employees. Well, of course, because their agenda, nobody wants to go there, especially the high prices. Who's going to pay $30 for a 32-ounce cup of ice with a little bit of soda in it? Come on now. Prices got too ridiculous. Disney got too big for their britches and too greedy. And then, of course, having the rainbow parades and all the other weird stuff where the kids disappear, yeah, it doesn't help matters any either. And for you Blizzard fans out there, Dairy Queen. This is coming from All Recipes. Dairy Queen has an all new Blizzard for a limited time. Check it out if you like your Blizzards from Dairy Queen. And if you don't have a Dairy Queen and never had a Blizzard, you're missing out. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. That's why I'm in Texas. We got plenty of Dairy Queens. And after the apocalypse, when I'm traveling around, trying to forage for all the food for the grocery stores and all that. After everything gets destroyed, you'll probably find me parked and inside a Dairy Queen, making myself a blizzard because they're good. Nothing makes the apocalypse better than having a blizzard. Yeah. Okay, things to worry about and be suspicious. The Telegraph is reporting that Mike Zuckerberg saves a nuclear plant from closure with a 20-year power deal. Yeah, why is he doing that? What's behind his agenda? Because, yeah, a nuclear power plant. Is he doing like the Iran thing? He just wants to refine uranium. He's not doing it for the weapons. He's doing it for the power. Sounds Iranian theory to me. But I don't know. Check out the Telegraph, read the story, and y'all are the experts. I'm just reporting what I'm reading. So, yeah, give my opinion on it. Okay, the Mirror U.S. is reporting the first tropical storm in 2025 to smash into the southeast as millions brace for landfall. Huh. Well, I guess they got it right. It is a tropical storm. The first name system storm that we had already made the land. And we're getting the rain tonight after everybody else got the rain. Now it's our turn. See, they identified this tropical storm on Monday. Of course, Monday was the second day of our hurricane season. They're predicting in the next 2, 3 days that it's going to move northeastern at 10 or 15 miles an hour through with a low chance of developing any subtropical or tropical characteristics. And of course, this is being reported by Fox 35 Storm Team in Orlando. Yeah, on the map, it's showing Florida, Georgia, Carolina is possibly going to get hit if it makes it there. But right now, they only have as Category 1 as a 10% chance of developing. So, yeah, not too worried. They're trying to do the clickbait thing, but get back when you want to get to 3. Hey, Zed's Place, good morning. How you doing? Good to see you. Sorry, I've been catching your videos after the fact, Zed. My schedule being so erratic and everything going on around here and my son's place and all throughout the state, it's been hard to even keep a an agenda going. Ladies like never going back there. What we talk about never going back. You talk about you in a Disneyland? What? Or Disney World? Because Disneyland's California and Disney World's in Florida. So yeah. Personally, I think Disney World is laying off those employees and all that. Not only because of stuff that I mentioned about the high prices, all their hidden agenda and all that. I think they're finally realizing they're going to lose. Because you remember when the governor was taking away their tax exemption and all that other stuff. Look how long Disney World's been there, and they still wanted tax exemption for what? Zed's tired, and he has to go build 2 more shelves. Dang. Well, I'm tired too, but I don't have to build no shelves. I got to dust my shelves. That's one thing. Last 2 weeks, I haven't been able to dust and I haven't been able to vacuum. But I did mop the kitchen and the bathrooms. So I might not be completely domesticated again, but slowly but surely we'll get there. So when the summer comes to the triple digit heats, I'll be inside enjoying the vacuum cleaner and dusting. And all my outside duties are completely done and over with, except for watering my my crops, which I'm getting a late start. I'm hoping by the 15th I'll be able to till and get stuff in the ground because this vehicle thing was kind of a delay on me. And the supplies I need to get from Home Depot, I can't do it without my vehicle. And yeah, I can't see myself carrying those posts and 2x4s and stuff on my shoulders while riding my bike 10 miles from my house to Home Depot. So, yeah. And everything, if I put out an order, it's going to cost more for the order than it will for delivery than it would for the order. So, yeah, that's why I don't have it delivered. And that's one thing I would not give DoorDash or Favor or Uber Eats or anything else. I wouldn't have them go pick up an order like that and put it in their vehicle, deliver it because you've seen half the vehicles are so small that you'd be lucky if you put a box of nails in their cars. But I understand they're trying to use the best efficient vehicles to deliver. So did you hear Hawaii is now charging a green-free tourist tax? Yeah. And of course, they still charge you tax for using the airport, using their hotels, and everything else too. They probably have a sand tax too. It's not even worth going to Hawaii anymore. But that's one of the things they got to do with because they really don't have anything in their state that they manufacture except for spam. Yeah. So, have y'all gotten in the craze yet? You walk down the street, you find a penny on the ground, you pick it up, put it in your pocket, start collecting it. Because early in 2026, there's going to be no more pennies. They're going to go away. So look at that scam. Because you know how it works. If it's let's say you get something that's $1.02, well, they're going to charge you $1.05. They're just going to round it up instead of rounding it down. You're going to see a lot of freaking stores and businesses do that crap. I almost guarantee you. When it's closer to $1, they don't down. They'll raise it up. So be ready for it. And what's the big thing? Keep your pennies right now. The critical year is 1982. Half that year they still made copper pennies, and the other half they didn't. So those 1982 is the ones that you really got to look for. But if you look at them and get everything from 1981 on down, you got copper pennies. Those pennies are probably worth at least 2 cents. And if you collect a lot of them, imagine how much you're going to have in weight for copper. And all you got to do is throw it in a jar and let it sit there. It's not like you're spending it. I think by 2026, and they cancel them, you're not even going to be able to use pennies to pay your bill. I'm like, sorry, that's not legal tender no more. According to KTAB.com, mass deportation efforts sweep up U.S. citizen children with deported parents. Well, blame it on the liberals on this one. They wanted a bitch that, oh, you're separating families. Well, they're not separating anymore. The children may, until they actually argue the fact that fix are they really legal citizens because they're born here or not. I say not because I know what the Constitution says and what it was for and what it was written. I don't have to change it to benefit any one type of people. And yeah, So the kids are U.S. citizens, but the parents aren't. But the parents are trying to use them as an anchor to stay here. That's why we call them anchor babies. Well, kids can't vouch that their parents are good people. Look at the good people that came over, like the one in Boulder, Colorado. Use a home flamethrower to forget attack people because they're supporting Israel. Yeah, you know, people are protesting. The ones that are causing all the violence and all that. The liberals and the non-citizens at all these colleges, and they're the ones causing the violence, destruction, and harm. Is it time for the other part of the populace to go in there and start beating some ass? I don't know. I'm just asking a question because after we whooped their ass a couple times, they calmed down. Don't believe me? Remember what MS-13 was doing? Not MS-13. Black Lives Matter. They're doing it until they decided to get in a couple of fights and they got their ass whooped. They're not as violent anymore. They're finally realizing they ain't as strong, they ain't as Billy Badass as they think they are. So, bum, bum, bum. Black Lives may matter, but all the other ones do too. And if you can't peacefully protest and take the stuff the legal way and you want to get up at antsy, you're going to get your ass beat like you did, and it'll continue. Yeah. Let's see what else. Space.com saying Northern Lights may be visible from these 13 U.S. states tonight. Well, two things on that. Go look at space.com. They'll look at the list of the 13 states. And you're further south, you may not be able to see them with the naked eye, but you could use your smartphone, record up in the sky towards the north, and then go back and look at the video. And your smartphone can pick up the aurora/northern lights a whole lot better than naked eye can from that distance. So, yeah. Okay, I got to take a break from reading the rechat. How do I like my eggs? Cooked. I don't like raw eggs. Sorry, I did that athlete thing and used to have 3, 4 eggs every morning in a cup, and yeah, I don't do that no more. I'd rather have mine cooked. It doesn't matter, scrambled, sunny side up. You know. So you're having eggs and potatoes this morning, huh? Mmm. Ah. So we got 8 wonderful people in here, some lurkers, some non-lurkers, but hey, either way, you're still the best chat on all social media. Okay, the cool down is reporting health officials declare emergency as dangerous disease skyrockets across multiple countries. Well, who's reporting it? That's right. Who? Yeah, I don't know. The health officials are emphasizing the importance of active surveillance. Yeah, we saw how active surveillance we had people during the Kukurachi years were ordered to stay home because they were sick and they refused to. Someone ended up having to get those ankle braces to get locked down in homes. You know, shit like that starts happening over here again. And people are like, well, I have a right to spread my disease. I was like, well, I have a right to use my bat. Call me Negan. Enough said. All right. Anyway, they're talking about cases of yellow fever have been on the rise in various parts of South America, tripling in 2024. It is a disease from mosquito-borne. Well, it's a mosquito-borne disease that results in quick uptick in human deaths. So, somebody's sick, they should be staying home and not passing on to others. but they feel their rights to go kill people because they got the infectious disease. That's attempted murder in my book, and being Negan, it would be considered death self-defense by any jury with any freaking brain cells in their head. If you really look at it. Most of the cases were in Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia. But now they're crossing over everywhere else thanks to the airlines. I think we need to start hiring some very smart attorneys who want to be super rich. And as a country, turn around, sue the airlines that when pandemics start in certain countries, they automatically do a voluntary, we're not flying anybody in or out of that country. Because the government can't get smart enough to realize when there's shit going on in the world, either bar those freaking people from those countries, doesn't matter how much they bitch, graphic complain, or just shut down the whole border altogether. You know, our lives matter more than whatever the government officials that don't know anything, that don't have any PhDs or experts in anything. That's why they got all those interns. Yeah, we saw what happened the last time they had an intern. Remember the great February freeze in Texas? And Epcot with all their interns working there from all the other states that weren't in Texas. And then they hired a college student. The college student knows learning meteorology to run the whole system. Yeah, that was the first problem. And the second thing, they're selling all their backup energy that would have helped take care of Texas and keep everything powered. But they're selling it to other states for the money so they can put it in their pocket. Yeah, think about it. So the grid wasn't the part of the failure, it was the people and the people involved. Well, the governor's put a lot of measures into the stuff and even told them, you better fix it. And of course, Epcot's come back for the summer. I don't know if we're going to be able to handle it. Well, you know, I got a great plan there. So if the governor's listening, hey, you liberal cities are going to start having freaking certain power outages and blackouts like California does if you use too much energy. You know, just because you got a cat at home and you're at work doesn't mean you need to freaking be sucking up the air conditioner at 60 degrees all day long while you're at work. Yeah. Either take the cat to work with you, keep it in this cage so you can suck up the air conditioner when you're at work, or take it to, you know, not a shelter, but a place you could board the animals for the day and turn the air conditioner off. So why are you trying to keep your house cool when nobody's there? And I think the person that needs the power for their life-saving equipment, the hospitals and all that, should take priority. But a lot of people in these big cities, and they're all liberal here in Texas, need to experience the blackout effect. Rural doesn't use as much energy as all the other ones. And if it gets that bad, think about it. We'll just start shutting down the power to all the freaking big companies because they suck up a lot of power. And when they start bitching, it's like, hey, you should have a backup. Being a business, you should have a 1, 3, and 5 year plan that includes a backup. What happens if no everybody loses power? You can't produce anything. So don't come to me that we shut your power off. And you can't produce because you should have backup generators, solar, whatever you want to use. And you should be able to run off that instead of the normal. Why do corporations are making profit get to go off the same grid that we pay heavily prices for? Because, you know, electricity's gone up quite a bit. But I think it's more because the companies are using more. So, of course, they're going to raise the prices on it. And then we got to pay the higher prices and can't be comfortable at home either. All right, let's see what she's saying. Lady's like, not me. I had cherries and honeydew melon. Ooh, I'm jealous. I want some honeydew. Honeydew. Oh, you're making brunch for your son and husband. Yep, I agree with you. Cats like heat. Put some fans on and the cat will be fine. That's why half the time the cats go up on the window ledge. They like sunning. Yeah, they like looking out, seeing the birds and all the animals. Like, boy, if I was outside, I'd be getting you right now. But mainly, they're just sitting there to soak up the heat and the sun rays. Yeah. Don't believe me? Go ask a vet. I believe they have a PhD. Looking for the stories. According to Money Talks News, the U.S. and China slashed tariffs in major trade breakthrough. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. All the people that didn't believe that was all conspiracy stuff about chemtrails, go to Newsweek.com. They have a map that shows the states trying to ban chemtrails. So if you never believe the chemtrails, then why are the states trying to make laws so they can't do it? We already know one or two states have already made laws for no foreign or federal entity, to include local and domestic, can spray chemtrails in the air. Yeah. And other states are following through. Okay, stellonmain.com. I think this is clickbait. I haven't read the story, so go check it out, see if it is or not. But they're saying Target and Walmart sound alarm over retail collapse as shelves go empty. Yeah. What they're not telling you, without me reading the story, go read it for yourself. Why is the shelves empty? Because they can't get people to work to fill the shelves with all the stock they got in the back or in the warehouses. Or they can't get the stuff out of the warehouse because they ain't got no drivers to drive the trucks to bring it to the stores. Automatically, it just goes straight to, you know, they can't get the product. Bullshit. Yeah, I'll say it. Go back to the history of all these companies like Target and Walmart. And remember when they first started, they're like, oh, yeah, American made. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eventually and quietly, they switched over. So they've been lying to you for years. I think they need to repay us a percentage of all the profits they make. This one you probably want to listen to if you like your beef. And if you're a vegetarian, yeah, you might still want to listen. It may affect you in one way or the other because you know you got meat eaters in your house. Fox Business is reporting 1 hour ago Omaha Steaks CEO makes major prediction for the beef industry. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I sure do feel sorry for all those states that don't have cattle ranches or wilderness where, yeah, they can go hunting. Here you go. You know, everything goes to crap. What are you gonna do? You gonna go to the local park and shoot a pigeon? What happens when all the pigeons are gone? You're gonna be fishing those little man-made ponds they put at the park, and when all the fish are gone, then what are you gonna do? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, now look at the bigger picture of where you're living at if stuff goes wrong. And if any of y'all have this idea, like all the freaking Californians we've been kicking out of the freaking state because they ain't bringing anything valuable to the state, for one. If you think when everything goes to crap, you're just gonna bug out and come to Texas, well, you better back off. Our cows are ours. Our bison are ours. Our deer are ours. Yeah, think about that one. Everything collapses, there ain't gonna be no, you know. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we'll be fine. Law enforcement or the military. No, you can predict it, but you got to have evidence. Texas is a big old place. There's a lot of places to hide a body. Let's just put it that way. And it's still legal to shoot poachers. A dead poacher can't freaking defend themselves. Mm. Now, although I'm not condoning violence or anything, don't get me wrong. But in reality, when people are going hungry and yeah, they want to take the law in their own hands, the other people take the law in their own hands too, and they have all the rights, especially if they have the property and the animals, and you're trying to take it from them. A lot of people don't realize stuff like that because they're unaware and unprepared. Now you get into just of everything I've been reporting. But that's okay because everything stays on foot, and you just got to worry about losing your job. Well, go to financebuzzmoney.com. That's financebuzzmoney.com. They got 12 jobs that will definitely survive the next 20 years, and it'll even be in demand. Check them out. Maybe you just need to take an online class or something to get you up to par or one of those jobs and then snag them before they start pulling up. Start making the money and becoming one of those with you know, the experience in the system before everybody starts bombing over there. And just because everything looks all dreadful and all that, you know, you go allrecipes.com. Guess what? Pop Tarts is bringing back a fan favorite flavor after 6 years. Hmm. Well, I'm looking at a picture and all they're showing is the name Pop Tarts with a green background. So they're bringing like the apple flavored one back. Has Apple been gone? I don't know. I haven't had Pop Tarts in over 10 years, so no idea. So here's a good one. The Independent's reporting hundreds of prisoners break out of jail after earthquake panic. So I guess the prisoners were in prison and they felt the earthquake and they panicked and they bum rushed. But that's okay. It's not here in the U.S. It was in southern Pakistani city of Karachi. Yeah. They just say, did they really break out or did the guards just freaking haul ass? Left everything open and let the prisoners take care of themselves. I think that's what probably really happened more in reality. I've heard of beef Wellington, never had it, probably never will. That's the most I could say about that. And it's cube home fries. I don't know. What is that? I've never had home fries that have been cubes, so yeah. Been trying to stay away from potatoes as much as possible. It's kind of hard, but just depends on which potatoes, really. Gets kind of depressing at times, and then I end up not eating because there's so many things that as you age, you got to stop eating because they're bad for your body. And I question the reports, but then I turn around and eat one of them on purpose by itself with all the good stuff. And when I feel crappy, it's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, let's take off that freaking vegetable off my freaking list. And you've ever questioned it, you know? Oh yeah, the country hash brown's definitely shredded. That is like a country requirement, and they gotta be shredded. And depending on the mood, either I'm gonna slap some ketchup on them, or maybe I'll put some gravy, or I'll just eat them the way they are, mix it in with the eggs. Sometimes the hash browns taste good with the egg yolk. Oh, those are skillet potatoes. Those aren't fries. Just because you fry them doesn't make them fries. You gotta deep fry them to make them fries. Just joking, Lady D. Hey, excuse me. All right. Well, it's come up to an hour, so I guess I'm going to cut this one short. I may do one later on this afternoon if we get a major earthquake, because yeah, Yellowstone's had quite a few earthquakes. I think they had 13 or 18 earthquakes yesterday. There, I believe it was 13. Nothing major. Most of them on a 3 point time frame, but they're all shallow, and that's something to worry about when they're shallow. And shallow is usually classified anywhere from 5 miles on down. That's pretty shallow. Oh, in some places, depending on where the fault line is, 15 miles is shallow. So when it's rocking and rolling, yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure parts of Yellowstone are closed or still closed, and stuff like that. So, as a reminder, be weather aware, make sure your environment, always have a plan B, even though you may not need it. But if you're going to go on a shopping excursion for all across town and be gone for like 6 hours, you may want to have a backpack with some emergency stuff to get you home. You know, some snacks, water. Emergency happens, you will get stuck in traffic trying to make it home. And that's not a good thing. And if you wear dress shoes, you may want to have a set of boots or some comfortable walking shoes in case you got to leave your vehicle because traffic is so jammed up. You ain't going to go nowhere. But things like that, most people don't realize or remember, think about. But if you're only going to one store and then coming back home, you probably most likely will not need a backpack with some supplies. But said you're doing a half a full day excursion away from the house all around town. Well, what if you can't make it home? But either way, thanks for coming out. You are the best family and best chat on all social media. Please remember to tell your loved ones you love them, even if you're mad at them, because you don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. And according to spaceweather.com, hell, we may have a tsunami because of an asteroid hitting one of the oceans. So you just never know, right? This is we're on the verge of World War III, as they keep saying. Some places, oh, we're in World War III, been in World War III for 6 months, or we're on the brisk of it. Just remember before anything else, and I'm talking about the Russia Ukraine story. When everything started, it was just an exercise on the border, and he turned it around and invaded. And his reason for invasion was he called Ukraine the Nazis. But if you look at Putin and everything he's been doing, saying, and everything else, who's the real Nazi here? That's the first thing you got to think about. Now, don't get it wrong. I don't like Zelensky. He's had more than enough time to let the people do their own, what do you call it, elections, so they can put a leader in there that the people want. But you get the drift where I'm coming from. Either way, please have a good day. We'll try to do a stream later on this afternoon or evening, and if not, for sure I'll do one tomorrow since I'm trapped at home. Hey, longboarding mom, how you doing? Good morning. You're sitting at the DMB. Well, lucky you. Yeah. Hey, and I'm going to throw this in out there. If you haven't freaking seen Longboarding Mom's latest one, you need to go see her camping in her bug. She's got a lot of nice cars. I love that Carmageia one. They had the giant wind up key on the back. That was so cool. I had to do a double look on that, and like, oh man, I could use that Carmageia with that on. The babes I could pick up, like, ooh, just joking. Nah, I really love those vehicles. Something Lady D's like, oh, what fun! The DMV has weird people. Come on, Lady D. Not all places have weird people at DMV. There's some of them are usually outside instead of inside. But either way, check out Lady Dagger's status. I think her last video was her garden stuff. I can't remember. Sorry. Last 3 days been really busy, and of course, check out Zed. Yeah, I know he had one with his cat. Or the review of May, I think, was the last one I saw so far. I still got to catch up on it. So just click on their name, go to the channel, check them out. If you like the content, subscribe. Make sure you hit a thumbs up. Leave them a comment. I try to do that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends if I catch the longboarding mom saying something or doing something in the video. And, yeah, that's usually like at 1 o'clock in the morning because she posts hers, and they usually come out when it's a pretty decent. Well, it's still a decent time. Usually when I'm waking up for the first time while my naps throughout the night. So, but either way, love each other, spread the love, check out everybody's, be entertained, and if you got to be stuck at the DMB, just remember, if all the weird people are at the DMB, what's that make you? Mm, bum bum bum. Oh, now Lady D's gonna have to back up. It's like, oh well, yeah, they're not all weird people. Longboarding mom's not weird. She's just a hippie. And longboarding mom saying yesterday was a mess. I came back this morning and saw people for driving tests. I should be next. Oh, you're having to do a driving test? Oh, did your hubby go with you? What happens if you fail and they won't renew your license? Are you gonna walk home, take the bus, call an Uber, a taxi? We have to leave your car there. Uh-oh. With all those weird people at the DMV. You have appointments now. Ooh, cool. Oh, just tags. Okay. Oh, good luck on that one there, Lady D. Yeah. Yeah, ours sets up appointments too, but I love it. I'm at that age where they got all my information. I just do it online. There's no reason for me to show up. So, and my tags, yeah, that's a different place than the DMV here. So it makes it a whole lot better. Yeah. Excuse me, I got to stretch real quick. I won't be able to do anything with my back. I'm trying to sit up. All right. Well, thanks for coming out. And if you missed it, that's okay. It happened. Yeah, longboarding mom. Yeah, it was like girls are so much easier to get the permit. Yeah, we know you moms, you hint at your daughters like when you messed up on something on your driving test. Just look and go, "Hee, sorry," and wink at him or blow him a kiss or something if it's a male. Yeah, we know you use your lady ways to. He won't mark you off just because you sideswiped six people and ran over a dog. Uh, they oversaw. They didn't watch. No, not really. But it is easier for the women. Unless, of course, you're sitting there fixing the mirror and all that and realize you got to readjust your rearview mirror. But beforehand, you got to fix your lip gloss or makeup, fix your hair. Yeah, probably not a good thing to do, especially when you're doing your driving test for a permit. But I don't know. Thanks for coming out. Y'all have a blessed day. Please be safe, hydrate, and most of all, love one another. It doesn't cost anything. Hey, Lady Casca's coming in too. Well, dang, maybe I should have done a high noon instead of a 10 o'clock show. Yeah, Lady D's like, yeah, so now she's been in the stereotype. Yeah, you know how those hippie women are. That's okay. You didn't miss much. Well, you did, but you didn't. I don't want to make you feel bad, but hey, yeah, I love y'all too. And please be safe. Like I said, I will try to do a normal show tomorrow, 9 o'clock. I'll try to post that today, unless something comes up, and then I'll move it up to high noon. And that'd be 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, and I think that's 9 a.m. West Coast time, I believe. I don't know. That's the plan B, but I'm aiming for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Central time. So, and this afternoon, I wish I'd give you time. I don't know. I'm just gonna wait to see if the airwaves are busy or not. And if I got my stuff done, then I'll pop on, back on. But either way, I will see you on the next side. Please be safe, be aware, be prepared. And if you can't do any of those, take a nap. Naps are good. All right. Thank you for coming out. I'm trying to find my things. And even to the lurkers, thank you, lurkers, for coming out. I appreciate y'all. All right. I think I found this. So let's get going. Oh, it's like, doo, yabba dabba doo.